Please like and comment on the video below. That will allow me to produce better quality videos and more of them in the future. If you're interested in learning to trade successfully on sports, then why not visit the BetAngel Academy, where we have more detailed videos. So it's an important weekend on the racing calendar this weekend. It's Easter, and that can only mean one thing, which is eating lots of chocolate. But apparently there are plenty of other reasons why we should celebrate Easter as well. However, the card for racing over Easter is actually quite an interesting one, because we have Good Friday, and traditionally racing wasn't run on Good Friday. I can't remember exactly when it was first introduced, but it was a few years ago they started running racing on Good Friday. And there isn't a great deal that goes on there, but there is one significant meeting, which is Lingfield and the All-Weather Championships. So that's a highlight for Good Friday if you choose to trade on that particular day. Now, for many years I wouldn't trade on Good Friday at all, because there was no racing, so I've sort of slipped into the mode typically of not trading on Good Friday. However, last year I did, and I seemed to do okay, so I will probably make a return this year. The Saturday card is pretty much what we would expect. Then there's obviously a lot less racing on the Sunday, but there is racing going on. I'm definitely not going to trade that. And then we come around to the Bank Holiday Monday. Now, this actually isn't one of my favourite days of the year, because the problem is we're still in the jump season. There's going to be a lot of racing on Monday, and it's all going to fall in over the top of itself and be a bit of a mess. So I'm not particularly keen on doing anything on Monday, because it's not going to be up there, and it's not going to be the sort of worth the sacrifice of not being able to enjoy Easter weekend with the family and so on. So it's a sort of a mixed bag that we get this particular weekend. And as a consequence, you may want to think carefully about whether you want to do it. We've got the Newmarket Craven meeting, which is the first flat part of the season where we get to see some group racing coming up at Newmarket fairly soon. And you know, we're sort of right in that crossover period now between the jump season and the start of the flat season proper, because we still have the Grand National to come. But the Easter weekend sort of does present some opportunities, but they tend to not be absolutely standout opportunities. Now, Monday I don't like, however, we do have the Irish Grand National on Monday, so that sort of sticks out amongst everything else that's on the card on Monday as something that will probably produce a trading opportunity. But most of the other races will sort of fall over themselves, get a bit muddled up, and they won't present very clear-cut trading opportunities. It's not a day of the year that I've performed particularly well on, or can generally find much opportunities, and that's because there's too much racing, it's generally lower quality, and it's falling all over itself. So the liquidity tends to be a little bit lower as well, which increases the level of risk that you're going to take in the market. So yeah, Easter weekend is a big weekend of racing, but it may or may not be one that you choose to carefully pick and choose your opportunities, or to not do them at all. But the good news is we've got the Grand National coming up soon, and there's loads of flat turf racing just around the corner.